August 8, 1962. A single closed casket rests in silence inside Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery. The atmosphere is heavy, controlled, almost suffocating. Inside, only a select few are allowed to witness the final farewell to the most famous woman in the world. Outside, it's chaos. Hundreds of photographers are pressed against the gates, shouting, bargaining, offering what would be hundreds of thousands of dollars today for just one photograph, one glimpse inside that casket. But no one gets close, because whatever is inside is being protected. And for over 60 years, the man who stood closest to that truth, the embalmer who prepared Marilyn Monroe's body, remained silent. Until now. Welcome to Royal Time of Hollywood. Today, we're uncovering the final hours, the hidden moments, and the unanswered questions surrounding the burial of Hollywood's most enduring icon. The night everything changed. It began on August 4th, 1962. Inside her Brentwood home, Marilyn Monroe was found lifeless, lying face down, a telephone still in her hand, as if she had been trying to reach someone in her final moments. By morning, the news had spread across the world. The official cause: probable suicide. But almost immediately, questions began to surface. Because Marilyn Monroe wasn't just a movie star. She was connected to power, to influence, and to people whose names carried enormous weight. And as her body was transferred to the mortuary, what should have been a quiet, respectful process quickly turned into something far more intense. According to Alan Abbott, the mortuary co-owner, the situation felt less like a funeral and more like a controlled operation. A funeral under siege. When Abbott arrived, the scene was already spiraling. Paparazzi were offering bribes. Strangers were trying to force their way inside. The building itself felt under attack. Fearing a breach, Abbott contacted the Pinkerton Detective Agency, a name historically associated with high-level security. Soon, armed guards surrounded the mortuary. But the most unsettling presence wasn't outside. It was inside. There were whispers, quiet, urgent, persistent. A missing red diary. Private meetings. Connections to powerful political figures. Suddenly, this wasn't just about a funeral anymore. It felt like something was being hidden. What was seen in that room? When the body bag was finally opened, the reality was far from the glamorous image the world knew. Marilyn Monroe was almost unrecognizable. Because she had been found face down, her face had become discolored. Her neck appeared swollen. The autopsy had left visible trauma across her body. This wasn't the Hollywood icon. This was the physical reality behind the image. And then something even stranger happened. Two men entered the room. They wore dark suits. They didn't identify themselves. They didn't ask permission. They simply took control. Abbott later described them as acting like federal agents. They ordered the casket reopened. And then, for several minutes, they examined her body, focusing specifically on her neck and chest. Not with grief, but with purpose. As if they were looking for something. And then, just as quickly as they appeared, they were gone.
No explanation. No paperwork.
Nothing. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out the other stories and shocking updates on our channel. We've covered many incredible celebrity journeys, tragic endings, and untold Hollywood secrets that you don't want to miss. Binge watch our previous videos to discover more surprising facts, emotional stories, and where your favorite stars are today. Your support helps us bring you more powerful content like this, so don't forget to explore, watch more, and stay tuned for the next video. Rebuilding an icon. What followed was a process both delicate and disturbing. The goal was simple: restore Marilyn Monroe's appearance. But the reality was anything but simple. Due to the condition of the body, additional procedures were required. Adjustments had to be made to recreate the image the world expected to see. At one point, the mortuary staff made decisions that blurred the line between restoration and reconstruction. Because the final image mattered. The world wasn't ready to see the truth. It was ready to see Marilyn Monroe, the legend. And so, piece by piece, that image was rebuilt. Joe DiMaggio's final vigil. Amid all the tension, one man stood apart. Joe DiMaggio. He controlled who was allowed at the funeral and who was not. Hollywood elites were excluded. Powerful figures were kept away. To DiMaggio, the industry had failed her, and in her final hours, he wanted to protect her. Abbott observed him that night, not sitting quietly, but pacing, restless, unable to accept what had happened. He would approach the casket, speak softly, then walk away again, overcome with emotion. Some believe he wasn't just grieving. He was watching, making sure nothing else was taken from her. A funeral surrounded by questions. The funeral itself was small, controlled, almost secretive. Only a handful of people were allowed inside. Outside, the noise of cameras echoed like thunder, and among the crowd, those same figures in suits appeared again, watching, waiting, silent. As Marilyn Monroe was lowered into the ground, the questions only deepened. What were they searching for? Was something missing? Or had something already been removed? A mystery that refuses to fade. More than 6 decades later, the story remains incomplete. The official narrative says one thing, but the accounts from those who were there suggest something else entirely. A funeral under heavy security. Unidentified men examining the body. Whispers of missing information. And a truth that may never be fully uncovered. Final thoughts. Marilyn Monroe wasn't just a star. She was a symbol of fame, of vulnerability, and of a system that often demanded more than it gave. Her death marked the end of a life, but it also marked the beginning of a mystery that continues to this day. And perhaps the most unsettling part of all is not what we know, but what we don't. What do you think really happened in those final hours? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you for watching Royal Time of Hollywood. Your time truly means a lot to us. If this story stayed with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the hidden chapters of Hollywood's darkest legends.